We gonna fight for what you deserve, but we need to play basketball. Caitlin Clark ain't playing in no Project B. She don't give a damn about no 3-on-3 unrivaled. We need WNBA basketball. Y'all better stop playing games. Stop playing games, because she will play with replacement players. Trust me. Man, Caitlin, keep cooking. Stir the pot.
And, you know, we're going to fight for everything that we deserve, but at the same time, like, we need to play basketball. That's what our fans crave, and that's what all of you crave as well, is you want the product on the floor.
Forget the rumors you've been hearing. This wasn't how her story was supposed to continue. Not after weeks on the sidelines, the crushing quiet, the constant swirl of uncertainty. Yet everything changed the moment unfiltered practice footage from Team USA surfaced. In a heartbeat, the narrative flipped. Caitlin Clark didn't simply return to the floor. She sent a thunderous statement that rippled through the entire camp. If you believe greatness should be proven between the lines, hit that like button and let the world know she's back. For weeks, the dominant narrative was clear. Ease her in. She's hurt. She's not there yet. She needs more time. That was the noise from the outside. But inside the walls of Team USA, something very different was taking shape. The instant Caitlin Clark stepped onto the practice court, the energy shifted. Not loudly, but decisively. Those close to the team describe it as a quiet authority, the kind that commands attention without demanding it. Ball movement sharpened. Spacing stretched the defense thin. Shots fell with effortless precision. One by one, the doubts that once followed her began to evaporate. Then the footage dropped. No highlights, no dramatic music. Just raw sequences from practice. Possession after possession built toward a flawless pull-up jumper that froze the drill entirely. The reaction online was immediate. This wasn't a player fighting to regain form. This was a player asserting dominance. Veterans took notice. Rotations grew tighter. Defenders instinctively backed off just a fraction. And in elite basketball, that fraction is the difference between ordinary and unstoppable. And here's the detail.
The GOAT is back, bro. The GOAT is literally back. It's a different type of energy when Caitlin Clark is back playing basketball, man. I'm telling you. All right, let's get into this article here, man, because obviously we saw Caitlin Clark call out some things that's going on and basically saying, look, we need to play. I understand, you know, we negotiating and this and that. We need to play basketball, man. And I'm so happy that she said that. CBS Sports, it says the WNBA is undermining its own product again, but a perception-altering CBA is still within reach. It's been 11 days since the WNBA and WNBPA announced that they agreed.
She wasn't dictating every action or forcing the moment. And that was exactly what made her presence so unsettling for those facing her. Then came a response that didn't simply steer the discussion. It completely redefined it. Sue Bird spoke up. Bird, a revered icon known for offering praise only when it's truly earned, confirmed what sharp observers had already recognized. This was never about hype or exaggerated narratives. It was genuine, unfiltered respect. The message beneath her words was crystal clear and carried undeniable authority. When Caitlin Clark is fully healthy and locked in, you don't try to minimize her influence. You're forced to redesign your entire game plan around her existence on the floor. That single moment carried more honesty and weight than countless online debates ever could. Because when battle-tested legends acknowledge real performance, it erases every remaining question. And let's be absolutely real. This story was never limited to the court alone. It unfolded under relentless scrutiny, enormous pressure, and
seems to be a Caitlin Clark only angle. Only watching Caitlin Clark. Forget about the rest of the team. We all know who everybody's here for. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We all know who everybody's here for. number 17.
So what really unfolds when an athlete doesn't just walk through pressure, but rises above it? Caitlin Clark chose not to trade words. She didn't react to criticism. She didn't defend herself or explain her journey. Instead, she let her performance speak. Competing at an extraordinary level in one of the harshest environments imaginable, she revealed a powerful and unsettling reality. You may slow greatness for a moment. You may surround it with doubt and relentless examination. But there is one thing forever beyond reach. You cannot command it. The silent watch of the coaching staff said everything. Their unspoken response carried a weight far heavier.
Have to compromise on. And I'm just so glad that she came out and said this, because obviously with everything that we've been seeing in the CBA, it's so much drama, it's so much he said, she said, it's so much of the WNBA and the WNBPA coming out trying to spin the narrative and get the public's opinion on their side. But Caitlin Clark has been one, like, she has turned down so many of these off-season leagues. She has turned down all of these other opportunities because she is trying to grow the WNBA. It seems like Caitlin has literally one focus, and it's to play in the WNBA, and it's to uplift the WNBA and women's basketball, and that's all she wants to do. She's like, we gotta get back out there on the court. And so I felt like this was a message to the WNBA. I felt like this was a message to the WNBPA. I felt like this was a message to the fans to let us know, like, hey, I really want to get back out there. We need to get back out there. And I just truly hope everybody who was at the negotiating table, they listen to this. I hope they hear what she has to say and truly take it to heart.
What followed spoke volumes on its own. There were no bold statements, no visible resistance, no effort to soften or reinterpret what had occurred. Only a strange, almost unsettling silence. Because when a player responds to every test with undeniable performance on the hardwood, there's simply nothing left to argue. This isn't manufactured hype or exaggerated storytelling. This is basketball in its purest, most honest form. And in that moment, everything inside the camp shifted dramatically. Conversations changed. People started noticing. Her movements looked sharper. Her awareness of the court reached
High level, and I think the most important thing for myself, thinking about these CBA negotiations, like, this is the biggest one the WNBA has ever seen, and it's not something that can be messed up. And we're going to fight for everything that we deserve, but at the same time, like, we need to play basketball. That's what our fans crave, and that's what all of you crave as well, is you want the product on the floor. And at the end of the day, that's how you make the money. That's how you're marketable. That's, I think, what the fans get excited about. That's what the fans want to show up for. So, it's business and it's a negotiation, and there has to be compromise on both sides. And, we're starting to get down to the wire of it, and it's become really important. And, obviously I want to help in any way I can, and I tried to educate myself the best I can. Obviously, I can't speak to every single number. It's pretty complicated, but I think there are different things that we can find ways to say, no, like, we certainly deserve that, and we're not going to compromise on that, and then other things that we can probably compromise on. But
She carries an unmistakable edge, one that feels legitimately threatening to the status quo. These aren't flimsy justifications being casually thrown into the conversation. They're battle-tested realizations, earned through performance and pressure. And here's the blunt truth few are willing to say plainly. A Caitlin Clark who is completely healthy and fully self-assured doesn't just challenge expectations. She obliterates them. She has no need for fabricated drama. She asks for no special favors. She seeks no shelter from criticism. All she has ever needed is the ball in her hands. And the moment she takes control, every ounce of noise, every manufactured distraction, dissolves into total insignificance.
So there's still a major fight going on. And we haven't heard much since, we haven't really heard too much since the initial extension. We've heard little bits and pieces here and there, but nothing concrete. But at least Caitlin Clark is stepping up to the forefront and letting these players know, listen, we need to have a season, and y'all need to get this done. Stop playing games and get it done. I don't got time for these games y'all playing. I'm not going to y'all leagues. I'm going to play in the WNBA. This is where I want to hoop. Get the deal done, and I'll make sure the seats are filled so that we can get more money on the next CBA.
This wasn't simply a match where she proved a point. Her return itself spoke louder than words. If you truly understand how this moment reshapes the entire game, leave a comment and share this insight, because moments like this don't fade away. They carve their place in history and stand firm against time. She didn't waste energy on noise. She didn't argue. She just showed up.